Well, it's not Mercenaries, but it is something. I'm Sam the Ashen, and here are 10 tips for Resident Evil 9 Leon Must Die Forever. I'll start with probably the most universal thing, which are the upgrade perks. There's 3 total of the rare upgrade perks, which are color-coded in gold, and without a doubt, the best perk out of these, and probably overall, is Phantom Assassin. Phantom Assassin gives you a firepower boost of 100%, 150% if you upgrade it with challenge points. The downside is it cuts your close combat damage to 50%. For this game mode, that really isn't a downside. The only downside that it could be with is for the red zombies, as they're resistant to gunfire and take more damage from melee and explosives. However, there are plenty of throwables laying around like axes and pipes that will easily one-shot these red enemies, and besides that, you can just unload your ammo on them. It doesn't really take that much, especially if you have a higher power gun, and with the firepower boost from Phantom Assassin, they can pretty easily be dealt with. Another really good perk is called Gathering Boost. It increases the collector's fill rate by 40%, but decreases all attack power by 20%. This is a really good perk for early on to accumulate a lot of points and get some really good perks built up, and then just replace it later. It's also really easily offset with other really good perks like weak spot damage, the previously mentioned Phantom Assassin, the Scatter Shot perk, which gives you 0.05% increase of damage per shot fired, which doesn't seem like a lot, but every 20 shots you'll get a percent bonus, up to 60%. And with a weapon like a submachine gun, you can easily max this out before you get to the boss, giving you another 60% bonus on attack power. Another top tier perk that is pretty necessary for the later levels is Parry Recovery. It repairs your hatchet for 40% of its max durability when you do a parry, which is helpful for staying alive around the zombies and absolutely crucial for the Victor fight, and the Super Tyrant fight if you decide to go that route. Speaking of routes, the path that you choose to take influences your run quite a bit. For example, the Commando route and the Super Tyrant route are much harder in my opinion than other routes like Raccoon City and Blisterborn. I'm up to rank 5, and the 2 very best routes to me seem to be the main care center to the Raccoon City streets, to the Chainsaw Man in the gas station, to Blisterborn, and then to Victor. Or if you gear up early, you could also do the main care center to Raccoon City streets, and then you go up top to the missiles and the military zombies, and then go to Victor. It seems like the weapons you get are largely made up from which zombies happen to turn red and blue. So the main thing I look for in the route is how safe and fast it is, how many Midas or Aurora spinners there are, and how many upgrade extensions can I easily get to. When you get grabbed by a zombie, it's really easy to panic and hit the axe button, but make sure that you don't do that and try to just mash out of it, because axe durability is incredibly important, especially for the boss fights. And although there is a few guaranteed spots to get a hatchet durability replenishment, you can get unlucky and go long stretches without your axe. Every zombie that you kill drops resources. It might not seem like it because some of them, especially if you do a critical hit or explode their head or something, it might take a few seconds for the resource to drop, but every kill gives you something on the ground. And once again, you can check your map for any resources that you pass by. There are so many resources flying around and stashed around, plus the ones that drop from the zombies, that they're really easy to miss, so popping open your map to see what you might have left behind can save you on a lot of ammo. Throwback to the short I made recently, the mini pots still drop scrap. Unfortunately, scrap isn't that useful in this mode. It only makes a little bit of ammo to begin with, and there's only a couple gunpowders to be found, so the inventory space isn't really worth it. Probably the 2 most important things to buy with challenge points in the menu are the med injector that gives you one at the start of each run, and the Aurora spinners. Speaking of the spinners, Midas spinners are the gold spiders that add 70 seconds to the clock. But with the Aurora spinners upgrade, some of them become a color changing version where red gives you 50 seconds, silver gives you 80 seconds, and green gives you 2 minutes. It's just a matter of waiting for them to turn to the correct color. The green 2-minute bonus, which is what you want, always comes after red. Although it'll switch things up on you and silver will come after red as well sometimes, so just take your time and get it right. The 2 minutes is definitely worth it. If you don't like the upgrades you have and don't want to waste points on a shuffle, going to the next area shuffles it for free. It's pretty situational, but I use this almost every run whenever I'm nearing a red door. If you're following the path that I mentioned, or if you just happen to be in Raccoon City, there's a good chunk of side loot that you can easily grab in a few seconds, along with the chance of 2 spinners. The loot is on the way to the gas station chainsaw fight, and features several boxes of ammo, a med injector, a hatchet repair, and a green herb. Your upgrade points max out at $9.99, so if you already have the max upgrades and you're happy with the ones that you have, you might just ignore the points. But the upgrades have a chance to be a full heal or a full hatchet restore, so don't forget to check this, as it can really make or break a fight with Victor at the end. I know it has saved me a couple of times. It's also just refused to show up and ended in my death, so it's nice when it shows up, but I wouldn't count on it. Final tip, the biggest determiner in a run is probably the upgrades, with the path being the close second. Having multiple star guns helps a lot, and knowing your route is super important too, but on higher ranks it can feel nearly impossible without having good luck with the upgrades. So shuffle them often to get the best build possible, but don't shuffle so much that you're left without any upgrades. Don't lose hope if you're struggling, all it takes is a fortunate roll of the dice, and just have fun. I hope you enjoyed the video, I hope it helped. If it did, leave a like, it helps out my channel a lot. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the mode overall. I know my feelings are pretty mixed on it, but it's still a lot of fun. If you want to see more from me, subscribe. I post every 1 to 2 weeks on Sunday, so I'll never clog up your feed. I hope you have a good one. Peace out.